All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol CTRM, Castor Maritime Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we jump into this chart, I just want to quickly announce that I have a new ticker symbol to share with you guys. Now, it's a very controversial one, and I ask of every single viewer and investor to stay tuned to the end and not look at it from an emotional perspective. Let's focus in on the raw data and what the charts are showing. So stay tuned for that information towards the end of this video. So CTRM had a little bump, right? And it broke through resistance, but it couldn't hold itself up above it. It actually broke right back through it, broke through the 50-day moving average, and we're back in bearish territory. Now, it was actually looking like it could hold itself up, and it hit newer highs and new resistance levels, but now we're back to sideways movement. Now, did it move up from where it was to where we're at? Certainly did, but it moved right back down below the 50-day moving average, which is actually 34.51. Let's see if I can get that exactly. Yeah, no, it's jumping around, but 34.51 to be exact, and we're currently now below it. We're in tug-of-war zone here. The bears and the bulls are going to have to fight for dominating this chart right now. So we're going in a sideways movement, though. So when you look at it from the broader perspective of things out in the open, it looks like we're slowly going downwards, but also going sideways with some consolidation before the next catalyst. That's one way to look at it as well. But the stock is struggling to stay above the 50-day moving average, which means we're in bearish territory, and that has the potential to be pulled down to newer lows and new support levels. So before we talk about our new resistance and support, I want to talk about the broader numbers. And if support gets broken through, the next support level would be down here at 32.99, or if you want to just round it up to 33 cents, which is going to be a really close number in just a moment when we look at everything. And the highest point reached was up here at 36.81. That's the highest point reached of the day in that very volatile candlestick. So you want to keep that in mind if resistance is broken through. Now, our first support level, which is the lowest point of the day, is right here at 33.48. It's right in between where we currently sit, which is basically 34 cents, 33.48, and then down here at 33 cents. So everything's pretty close right now to the hundreds and thousands place, but we want to keep in mind that that's how this stock is moving. It doesn't move a whole cent at a time. It moves to the hundreds and thousands place every time. That's how the ticker moves, and we need to pay very close attention to these points of reference. So 33.48 is our first support level before worrying about any other, and we're already in bearish territory, and breaking through this support just means we're getting further away from the 50-day moving average in the downward direction and hitting newer lows possibly and new support levels. So we definitely want to see if the bulls are trying to re-up here and bring it back up, or are the bears dominating the chart. Now, on the other hand, we have our resistance. It's the highest point reached, not with the volatility that this one candlestick had, but it's the highest point reached before leveling off and dipping. And that's 35.94. As I like to round it up, you can round it up as well. That's optional to 36 cents. That needs to be broken through to pull up to reach newer highs and new resistance levels. I want every single investor to be aware of that. But first, the bulls need to break through the 50-day moving average of 34.51, turn it into a support, and the resistance levels that they need to break through are right after the 50-day moving average here at 34.88, and then also up here at 35.39, and so forth. But the most important one that needs to be broken through is up here at 35.94. If you want to round it up, like I stated earlier, to 36 cents, you can. That's the one that certainly needs to be broken through, and needs to be broken through for the bulls to build up momentum and work their way up to newer highs and new resistance levels. So pay close attention to these cues. I hope that with this information, you guys have found it helpful and informative to be prepared for tomorrow's trading day. And if you found any information helpful and informative, and you're a first-time viewer and you feel encouraged or inclined to subscribe, please do so. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Stay tuned till the end because I have the charts and also the ticker symbol that I want you guys to add to your watch list. Now, again, it's very controversial. Don't look at it from an emotional perspective. Let's focus in on the raw data that the chart is showing us, what analysis are saying, and how this could be an opportunity. You definitely want to keep this one on your radar moving forward. We don't know if it's hit the bottom, or anyone doesn't know what the bottom will be, but this stock will have a bottom, and based off the history of the chart, it can start to pull itself back up. So stay tuned for all the information. So for those of you that have stayed till the end of this video, the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys is in a very controversial state right now, and many people disagree with it, and I completely respect everyone's opinion. Either you agree or disagree with it, and I'm not here to talk about the controversies of this platform and ticker symbol. I'm just here to talk about the technicals, what the chart is showing, and it's looking like an opportunity, but we definitely need to watch it closely. But the ticker symbol is TWTR, Twitter Inc., right? So it's been pulled down due to all the controversies that are going on right now, and a lot of people are disagreeing and leaving even the platform, and I completely understand why someone would decide to do that, because of the fact that they have a personal belief, and these personal beliefs are being destroyed, right, by the way others are treated, or even the whole entire platform as a whole. I completely respect it, and I completely understand where anybody is coming from and how they feel. But again, I'm not here to talk about the controversies. Let's talk about the chart. Let's focus in on the chart. And I want to start off by saying that you definitely want to add this to your watch list. Like, remove all emotional perspective on Twitter and focus in on the numbers, and let's focus in on the graph. Now, Twitter has been banning many individuals that are followed by many. Now, will that affect Twitter's revenue moving forward? I believe it will. It will in a big percentage, but Twitter will actually continue to grow because it's a growing company. So it may not grow as fast, right? As fast as we've seen it grow, but it's going to continue to grow. It might be at a slower pace, but you can already see from this up high up here of around the 50s and 56 and drop down to about 44. It lost about $4 billion in market capitalization, which I personally believe it could actually get some of that back over time. It's going to take some time. So what is my perspective here? This is temporary. This fall is temporary. And we're going to show you why I believe Twitter is going to grow back. Now, do I think it's going to grow this fast in that short period of time? I don't want to guarantee that, and I don't believe that. I think it's going to be much slower, but we will see such growth over time. Now, some will say, I think Twitter has more room to fall, and that completely is something that I don't want to rebuttal. It could completely be true, or we could have probably hit the bottom here. We don't know the bottom yet, but we are seeing a pullback. Now, why is this pulling back? Well, if you look up in different articles, there's a lot of different stuff going out about Twitter, but one of the main ones that stood out to me today, which I found that information over the weekend, is that analysis ratings have been reiterated up to $60. So they've actually been upgraded. And that happened last week. I came across it over the weekend. I was probably going to talk about it over the weekend, but I said, let me see how it reacts to this reiteration. Does the public care about that, or will it continue to pull down? Well, funny story is, it started to come out on articles, and here we are seeing a slight upward trend. But we've already seen upward trends here about 2 or 3 times, right? And then what happened? The stock kept going down. So I don't want us to be fooled by that, but it is looking like it slightly hit a bottom here. Now we want to see. We don't know what the bottom is, but the one thing I do want to refer back to is November 2nd, when the stock fell from $52 all the way down to about 38. And then after that, it started to run right back up. So this could be an opportunity, just like what happened here. I'm not guaranteeing that, but it could be an opportunity like what happened here moving forward. Now, the banding of individuals, especially highly sought after individuals that are actually being followed and watched by many, have been removed, is something that is affecting Twitter overall in their revenue moving forward. I know that's going to affect the business, and it won't be able to grow as fast as it was growing before. It's going to grow slower, but this does have potential to continue to grow. So I highly recommend adding this to your watch list, adding this to keep it on your radar, whether you're against it or you're with it. I am here to talk about technicals. I'm not here to talk about the controversies, but if you can just remove your emotional perspective for just a moment and look at what I'm saying, you may see an opportunity. But I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold. I'm just here to enlighten everyone on stocks that are looking pretty opportunistic, in my opinion, and what I'm looking at. So definitely add this to your watch list. Keep it on your radar. And guys, I know it's very controversial right now and everything that's going on, but the business model of Twitter is going to continue to grow. This is probably a temporary pullback, and we might have already seen the bottom. I'm not sure yet. There could continue to be a pullback, but this is getting pretty close to its bottom. And as more analysis ratings continue to reiterate and move forward, this could be a temporary pullback, and we might see some explosive growth moving forward. Like I said, it might not be as fast as before and how it used to, but it will start to move its way up to newer highs and new resistance levels once more investors are feeling more optimistic, and also this temporary pullback is pulled through. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes, and it's going to be interesting. And again, I apologize if this is a controversial stock in your opinion, but I did have to share this because a lot of investors, what they're looking for is opportunity. So thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.